I've seen some of the most oldest of windmills that I've seen in Kansas. Ain't even got wind to spin them bitches. Just...
Hey y'all, and welcome to Culture Cult, where we are one podcast with 197 countries to explore stories and history from. I'm your host, Marie, and this week we are doing travel stories. So that's when you send in your best travel stories to be read aloud, and we hear from guests on their favorite travel stories also. So send in your favorite travel stories to our email, culturecultshow@gmail.com. And remember to comment, rate, and subscribe to the show. Cheers and enjoy. Hey y'all, welcome back to Culture Cult, and today we're doing a travel story episode. This is where a guest and I will tell a travel story and then read out one of yours that you wrote in. So today I have an old friend, an Alabama friend. It's going to be a real Southern episode. It's Tony.
What's happening?
Welcome on. It's your first podcast experience,
My first podcast experience, yes.
Yes, and I mean, it's my first podcast, so we're kind of in the same boat, to be honest. But so we're from Alabama originally, Birmingham. Right? The same town.
Bessemer, yeah.
Okay.
But Birmingham, to those who, not familiar.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, how would you describe Alabama, but keep it positive?
Oh, it's very homey.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a slower pace than probably what we getting out here in LA. Definitely. But people are very genuine, know. Back home. Like in the South, we might tell somebody, okay, be safe. Out here, you tell somebody this shit and you like literally scare the hell out of them. It's crazy as hell. I tell people all the time, like, be safe. They're like, from what? You know what I'm saying? But,
You're like, was that a threat?
Exactly. But it's the South or Alabama in general is just way more homey.
It's homey. It's way more chill.
Way more chill.
Yeah. What would you say people definitely got to eat when they come to Alabama?
When you come to Alabama, definitely barbecue.
Mm-hmm. I love our barbecue.
Gotta be on your list.
I like our barbecue sauce a lot.
Yeah, you probably got to hit up one of them Dreamlands.
Yeah, go to the pork. Go to get a pork sandwich.
Pork sandwich, definitely with the yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say? Okay, but specifically with Birmingham, what spot do you recommend in Birmingham?
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. If you in Birmingham, I'm gonna put you on some game real quick. If you in Birmingham, you gotta holler them chicken wings. Because they better than Atlanta. Everybody think Atlanta got good chicken wings. I'm tell you, Birmingham got some real good chicken wings. I want to say Wings Plus was good. Green Acres was good. But these are also like some pretty hood, like hole in the wall spots. But like, get your chicken and get the hell out. You know what I mean? If you're not from there, get it takeout and go to hell home with it. And it's going to be good. It's going to be some good chicken. You know what I mean? But, keep your head on the swivel, in that line. You know what I mean?
So those are some of our recommendations when you go to Alabama because, we're foodies up in here. But speaking of restaurants, we met at a hibachi grill back in Tuscaloosa.
Shout out to Hokkaido.
And I was talking about this in the travel story about the cruise back in season 1. And in that episode, I was just talking about how crazy it is to work at a hibachi grill. It's a wild time. And one word, the freaking sweet tea. You taught me how to make that sweet tea. It's a gallon of tea and then about 4 gallons of sugar. And there was this one boy that would come in with his church family every Sunday, and he freaking loved the sweet tea. I don't know if you served this little boy. And every time I turn around, I'd be like, okay, guys, I'll be right back. Oh, you finished the tea. Okay, I'll get you another one. I turn around. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Oh, you finished the tea.
Shout out to Tony Sweet Tea, man.
So he was loving this little chunky boy. Was loving Tony Sweet Tea. And then
you'll be a diabetic before you know it.
Eventually, our boss, Charlie, was like, bruh, just give him a pitcher with a straw and charge him $15. So every time he came in, I gave this is so bad. I used to give this chunky little boy a full pitcher of that Tony Sweet Tea with 2 straws. And his family acted like there was nothing wrong with that, first of all. And I would charge him $15 for it. Like, that is the kind of crowd that we're serving at these hibachi grills. Like, a pitcher. I hope he's alive today, honestly.
Yeah. That's like assisted homicide or some shit. It's like whatever they charge, like that Michael Jackson shit with. Yeah. Facilitated some type of like diabetic coma on this child.
I know. R.I.P. R.I.P. Like, that's just the kind of hibachi girl. But that's where we met, was at hibachi girl.
That sounds so Alabama.
That is also Alabama. So if you're getting the sense of it, you can get good tea and good food. But that's how we met. But now we're in California, where people are all about avocado, vegan,
gluten-free,
unsweetened tea, no ice in their water. No ice.
Sparkling water.
Sparkling water. How many calories is this?
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're in California. Okay, so today we're gonna go over our stories of our drive out here, and I highly recommend doing a road trip across the U.S. It's so amazing to watch the terrain slowly change between the forest into the flatlands into the desert, and then you hit the California coast. It's like, I don't know. That was my experience. How did you find like that kind of watching the wildlife change? Oh, that's a deep sigh. Like, wrong question.
No, because I definitely had some experiences. Mm-hmm. I saw some beautiful things. Don't get me wrong, but I definitely had some trials and tribulations getting here.
Oh, okay, we had different times. Okay.
Well, when did you drive? Did you drive like summer, fall?
I drove this summer, and I took like 3 weeks driving out here. I took my time, so I camped. But I think you did a shorter time period.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you prepared for yours.
Yeah.
That's what I would recommend anybody to do. Let me, if he's saying that, because I illy prepared for mine. Mine was a little rushed. Definitely put more time and thought into planning, and you could have a great time.
Yeah.
You know, but I kind of made it out here in like 4 days.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's... Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's like a whole
You're driving
like,
across so for people who don't know, Alabama is like on one side of the country, and then California is obviously on the other side of the country.
It's literally coast to coast.
That's like driving across maybe half of Russia. I wouldn't say, I don't know how big Russia is, but it's, I don't know. Maybe that's... I'm spitting. America's huge. That's what I'm trying to say. The fact that you did that in 4 days, I mean, did you sleep?
Barely. Yeah.
Why? Why did you rush it?
I definitely did more driving than I did sleeping, because the most I could do myself was 10 hours.
That's a long time.
That's a long damn time. Yeah. And honestly, the most I honestly would comfortably do at any other time would be like 6. Mm-hmm. Like a road trip for me is a good 6. 6. Yep. Anything like beyond 6 is definitely a flight.
Yes.
Any other time. You know, just being real. I ain't got time to be fucking driving like 12 fucking hours. Who does that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But moving out here, my whole thing was like transporting a car. I was going to drive 10 hours, and wherever I ended up at, just get the nearest hotel and, you know, wake up, shit, shower, shave, breakfast, and do this shit again, you know, 10 more hours.
Well, that's a t-shirt. Wake up, shit, shower, shave.
You never heard that shit?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's like a...
Oh, okay. Well, I've never heard that. So I know you were rushed, but what route did you take? Like, what were the terrains that you saw that you...
I took that. My whole thing was it was summertime, so I didn't want like it to be like a hot trip. I didn't want to go through that Arizona, New Mexico desert shit. I did not want that shit. So I went through like the Midwest.
Oh, I wish you could have seen the way he said that. There's like death.
Like you talking about like terrain. Like I'm literally talking about like, you ever drove through Kansas? Have you?
Oh yeah.
You drove through Kansas before?
I drove to Oklahoma. Actually, Oklahoma's pretty nice.
Okay, I can see it being nicer than Kansas.
It was pretty. Actually, I've heard about Kansas. I've heard about Kansas and Arkansas. I heard those are skip states. Go ahead and just skip around. No offense to y'all, Arkansas.
No, if you listen, no, let's call a spade a fucking spade. No. Kansas is pretty like. What do you do in Kansas?
Prove us wrong. If y'all from Kansas, let us know what you can offer for those who drive through, because apparently Tony did not like your state.
It was all right. So you know how flat the ocean is.
Yeah.
You know how like when you like look into it, you can see like how it separates the sky and like the blue. You know what I mean? Yes. That's exactly how it is when you're driving through Kansas. All fucking green and like beautiful. Asphalt.
Oh.
Yeah. like I've never seen a windmill in real life until I drove through Kansas.
I like that kind of terrain. I think that's beautiful.
But like what happens? You know what I mean? Like where's civilization at? You know what I mean? Like it's signs telling you like, oh, next service like 92 miles. Who the fuck can go 92 miles without like
Okay, yeah, that is for real. Okay, but what'd you go after Kansas? Did you go like Montana? Like what'd you do?
Okay, so I was leaving out of Birmingham, so it went up through Nashville, went through Tennessee.
Beautiful.
A little part of Illinois. And then I went through the Midwest, like Missouri.
Okay.
Missouri was okay, but Kansas was pretty.
Oh, yeah.
The devil tempted me in Kansas. I'm going to be honest with you. Satan literally was tempting me, talking to my soul, was like, you know, this is where you should turn around at. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do this. You know, like, maybe you should reconsider this. So Kansas was pretty, yeah. And then I actually went up to Colorado, had some really good weed, too.
Oh,
that I had to check out while I was there. Yeah.
Colorado's beautiful,
It's beautiful.
Like, it's gorgeous. And the Rocky Mountain National Park is absolutely stunning. Did you go to that? I guess you didn't. You have time.
I
Okay.
didn't really have time. Like, I knew I wanted to stay in Denver because that was going to be the first green state I hit. So I just wanted to experience that. So I knew once I got to Colorado, if I got to Colorado, I was going to, like, if fate allowed me to get to Colorado, you know what I mean?
People in Kansas are like, fuck this guy.
Like, hey, I'm sorry, Kansas. Maybe I just had the bad route.
You were driving too fast.
Possibly.
Let's leave it at that.
I love Kansas, though. No shade.
Kansas City, good football team.
Good football team.
There we go. And apparently they have good barbecue. I'm going to go back and say Alabama barbecue is better just because I'm going to keep on this hate roll. But I love Alabama barbecue. But Kansas people, apparently they have really, really good barbecue.
Really?
Yes. But their barbecue sauce is a bit different. But that's another story. But okay, so when did you feel, like, did you feel relief when you got to San Francisco, like, or California? What was that like for you seeing California?
Yeah, I definitely felt relief. I was tired. I was exhausted. Definitely, like,
4 hours. 4 days. 4 hours.
It was like 40 hours of driving in like 4 days. Yeah,
dude, that's insane.
I was exhausted.
Okay, I don't recommend doing that. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
take your time.
I did see Utah's gorgeous too. I did see some like
amazing,
beautiful stuff though. Like I said, I do, encourage everybody to just take that trip though.
Yeah.
Like cross country road trip, definitely.
I think so too. Driving east to west is insane. It's insane to watch the terrain change that much. I don't know if there's another like continent where you can see that much terrain that just changes. Maybe Australia. I don't know. It is so impressive.
Yeah. Once I got to California though, man, I was,
yeah.
I knew this though. I was like, I hope this works out because if not, I'm just
you have to drive back.
Oh no, I knew it. That's what I was just. I know I'm not fucking driving back. I was like, I'm just gonna be fucked up on the streets of California because I am not driving back. Driving back is not an option.
Okay, don't listen to him. Just don't do it like him.
Don't do it like me. Definitely don't do it like me. But take your time and enjoy it.
It is. I took my time. I camped. That's why I fell in love with the desert because I took the other route. I took the southern route. I did New Mexico, Arizona, and I fell in love with the desert. It's incredible, but if you rush through it, you're going to be like kind of how you with Kansas. You're like, well, what's here? The desert is somewhere you need to sit in silence in. I think you need to sit with it, and then you'll enjoy it more. But if you drive through the desert, you're going to be like, well, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like a meditation. It's beautiful. Which I don't know if you saw that in Utah because you were driving pretty fast.
I drove to Vegas from San Francisco.
Vegas.
Which I don't recommend. Well, unless you have to. But they told me, you know how people lie in fucking San Francisco. It's going to take you 6 hours to get to Vegas from here. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I believed them. I didn't really look into it myself until it was time to go. And it was like, oh, no, it's like 8.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
And that's not, he's going to go through like Death Valley, which is a different kind of desert. That's pure nothingness.
Yeah, hot nothingness, but
people camp there, which is kind of crazy at Death Valley. I was talking about deserts like Utah and Arizona where there's like all these crazy formations and Joshua Tree is amazing. But speaking of Vegas, that relates to my story. So I don't want to say the whole story because I want to save this for a membership episode because it's kind of an inappropriate story, not gonna lie. So, but I'll give you the little spark notes. So my Vegas trip, we met some people. I'll explain the people in the second story. But we went to this pool party and it was an insane pool party. Like the bottles that were ordered, each of them were about 10 grand. Like the bottles of vodka. I didn't even taste the difference. That's what's fucked up.
I was saying,
I didn't even, they tasted like what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking vodka right now. It tastes the same. But okay, so we're getting trashed and we're getting so trashed. We're getting kicked out of the cabanas because we keep forgetting where our cabana is. We keep joining other people's cabanas. And like, it's just a complete shit show. And I usually like hold my ground. Like I usually don't get this trash. Well, I go to the bathroom and I see this like food in there. And I'll see this woman's eating food on this like table. Like, well, not table, where people put their makeup on.
Uh-huh.
Chips and salsa, burrito. And I was like, oh, they got a buffet. And I was like, in the bathroom, mind you. And I turned to her and I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow, can I have some? This is incredible. Y'all have food in here. I don't think she spoke English, so maybe I just came off as scary, like a scary drunk person asking for food. Uh-huh. And she just started giving me like chips and salsa. So I was like chilling in the bathroom with her drunk, eating chips and salsa. And and then went on my way. And then I told my friend that, and she was like, "You did what?" And I was like, "Yeah, they have a buffet in the bathroom." And she was like, "Girl, that was her lunch. Like, that was someone who works there.
You ate her.
That was someone who works there. He was on her break." She was trying to take a second for herself and eat her burrito. And I was like, "Oh my God, a buffet." I honestly feel so guilty. But like, she's so kind because she let me sit. Like, I actually sat down with her and ate her.
You ate her shit like it was a buffet. She should have whipped your ass. Is what she should have done.
I would be like, we like kind of chit chatted, and I was like, eating chips and salsa with her. Like, meanwhile, like, you don't understand this.
Eating her chips and salsa. Like, yeah, I'm eating chips and salsa. No, you're not eating chips and salsa with her. You're eating her chips and salsa. Let's be clear.
I honestly feel so horrible, but she was so kind. But the bathroom was just such a shit show, and so I want to shout out that girl. But we eventually got kicked out of the pool party.
You know how drunk you got to be to get kicked out of some shit
Vegas
in Vegas?
Pool party?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, shout out to y'all.
Our whole group got escorted out.
Y'all whole group they escorted the whole group out.
The whole group. There was like 15 of us.
How do you escort 15 girls out of a pool party? 15 drunk girls. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like,
they put security on y'all. Like,
we needed to leave.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah. So I'll explain that story another time because I don't want to. I need the person who was there with that story to explain that story. But I want to also give a shout out to that really nice lady who let me eat her meal, her lunch break meal. Also, like, poor thing, she's eating in the bathroom. Like, I honestly feel so bad.
You eating in the shit, and you eating out of the shit with her.
I know.
Like it's a buffet. They got honestly, a buffet in the bathroom. No,
she's a homie. No,
you ate her shit.
Also, that was a buffet. That was a weak buffet. There was just chips and salsa. That's like part one of that Vegas story, but we'll tell that story another time because that's a whole story. But again, okay, to wrap this part up of the episode, you got to drive out the U.S. Lessons. Don't drive too fast. Take your time. You
definitely take your time.
You got to camp.
Enjoy Utah, man. Utah is gorgeous. You know, amazing. You see some gorgeous things, you know, and then just seeing how the culture changes too. You know what I mean? Just coming from the South and just seeing how things change when you get there all the way to California because it's two totally different places.
It really is. It's amazing. If you do it, take your time. Take any route, honestly. As long as you're going east to west, you're going to have an incredible time. But did you have any lasting stories you do want to do before I tell the fan story that was written in? Do you have anything else to add?
Kansas, man. That's what I do want to say. I don't want to put a negative light on Kansas. It was some pretty green grass. Some of the most green grass I've ever seen in my life. It was some of the prettiest, greenest grass I've ever seen in my life. You guys don't have a single bump, hill, slope, creek, crack, crevice in your roads. There's got to be coming from some positive tax dollars at work because it's the smoothest damn road. I don't think I hit one damn pothole driving through that whole damn pancake. And I think it's, listen. I'm serious. It is scientifically proven that a pancake is flatter than Kansas. You ever heard that?
No.
I promise you. You can Google that shit. Okay. Kansas is flatter than a fucking pancake. It's literally flatter than a pancake. Like, it is geometrically proven. And this is no shade on Kansas, I'm pretty sure. But
let me meet the scientist.
You know, I've seen some of the most oldest of windmills that I've seen in Kansas. I ain't even got wind to spin them bitches. I ain't know if it was a damn windmill or a damn statue.
They're ready for the wind.
Yeah, the shit's just for y'all prepared for whatever breeze may come. You know.
Holy crap!
I think I saw a sunflower or two while I was driving through the summer.
You
know,
did.
Yeah.
It's pretty out there. We'll just end it on that. You got windmills, pancake landscapes,
and you just can skip rocks or whatever the hell.
And apparently try the barbecue. If you try the barbecue, let us know about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so. Oh my God, I'm going to get so much Kansas hate. Okay, so we're going to end on these episodes. Like, things are really ruining my viewership in Kansas. Okay, stop laughing. Okay, so we always end these episodes with a travel story a fan has written in. And this one's written in from my cousin, who is the sister to Emma, who got kicked in the shins from that French guy.
Sheesh.
I know. So this is Julia. It goes, so I'm an 8th grader. Already. I feel like that's a rough time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Trenches.
I literally wrote oof in my notes. Oof.
Oof.
We're going
8th grader.
So I'm an 8th grader. We're going to Costa Rica for a school trip. And one of the things we're doing at night was...
Fuck goes on a field trip to Costa Rica in 8th grade. I'm sorry to interject, but... Hold on, whoa. We went to the McWayne Center in 8th grade. Like,
I actually just read that without.
I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta whoa. Who the
Her
fuck? Like,
school did.
okay.
They said, screw the science centers, screw the church trips.
Yeah,
we're going to Costa Rica.
We're going to fucking Costa Rica. I'm like, oh, okay.
Let's go to that school.
Like, what's that? Man, my 8th grade, we got shirts made for the fucking zoo.
Yeah.
Y'all had to wear the same damn shirt so you wouldn't get lost. You know.
Well, you're so right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what school is this?
Wait, like,
This would be some private school shit.
Yeah.
This is some private school shit.
I'm sorry.
That's a good point. I didn't even realize that she said
whoa,
that.
hold on.
But whatever, shout out to the school. They're going to Costa Rica. And one of the things they're going to do is go on a night nature walk. Which I have feelings about. I think that's sketch, especially for 8th graders.
I didn't, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to say it where you need to.
Yeah, this is getting interesting. Sure.
I mean, also Costa Rica is like one of the most biodiverse places, like animal wise. There are so many night animals that are watching you that you don't know they're there. Like, it's Costa Rica.
Right. Like cougars and shit be stalking you.
Yeah. And you're like, woo, field trip. And they're like,
cool.
I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They on the empty stomach. Yeah, they hungry. They've been pretty evasive, you know. Them 8th graders get caught slipping. But you're going to be honey barbecue.
That's a foreshadowing to the story. That was actually good. Wait, before we get back into that, that's actually really good. Okay, so I want to say how much I don't want to do a night walk in Costa Rica is I'd rather be in a sketchy part of a city at night than be in the forest at night alone. Like, personally. Do you agree? Or would you rather be in a forest at night? Like, I
wouldn't do it at nighttime. I have to be like, just because of that whole thing. I'm not trying to be tiger turds. You know what I mean? Like,
so you rather be in a sketchy part of a city at night alone versus a forest? You think like a jungle?
Sketchy part of a city, yeah.
I agree. So
versus a jungle, yeah.
I think I could hold my own versus a crackhead versus like
oh hell yeah,
or versus a jaguar.
Nah, I'm definitely like on that man versus beast type shit. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would take on a common man before I took on like. Yeah. A mountain lion or something like
the whole jungle.
Fucking, hell no. You ain't gonna win against a fucking bear. Let's be honest.
No.
You ain't got that much.
There's no conversation. I can work myself out with a conversation. Like, there's no conversation with a bear.
No.
You'd be like, hey, man, you want to do this. You want to do this. And here's the reason why. Like, it's just like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. In the story.
And it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's nighttime. You in my living room.
Yeah, you're in my living room.
Like, I'm chilling. You know, everybody know not to come in here any other day of the week. You know, it's my shit, and you just happy to be in here. I'm on an empty stomach.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so we both agree. Okay,
right.
So the fact that, now, picture this again. 8th graders, field trip, night walk in Costa Rica. That's what's happening. So, story goes, anyway, we had a Costa Rican man, about 60, guiding us through the forest, showing us animals. And me being clumsy, I tripped and fell, and I literally saw my life flash before my eyes. Because where I was tripping, I would have fallen into a steep and spicy hill. She said spicy. I don't know.
Spicy? Oh, shit. I've seen many hills. I don't think one of them has been spicy. I've treaded many hills. I don't think I treaded a spicy one.
Maybe because they're in Costa Rica, she's like, oh, it's a
spicy it's spicy, all right.
Caliente.
Y'all some little city 8th grade girl.
So she trips, quote, steep,
okay,
spicy hill.
Y'all getting flued out and shit on the spicy hill.
Holy crap. Okay. The spicy steep hill led to a cliff, and I was literally going to die. That's what she says. Ooh, that's actually scary. Okay. But this amazing man guiding us literally stuck out his arm, caught me, turned around, and then said, all he said was, watch your step. As she was about to like die. Oh wait, copy. Tony's about to die. Tony's about to die. I love the casual watch step.
And she's like falling to her damn like death. Like
she just saw Jesus. She's like,
she's like, watch your step. Be safe out here.
Okay, ending the story. She said, and that was the day I fell in love with the Costa Rican man who saved my life. And I'm like, first of all, ain't he like 60?
Right. Like, and you're like in the 8th grade. Like, I'm sorry.
Julia, that's all it takes.
That's what I'm saying. Hey.
Listen, someone saved her life, and she's like, "That's all I needed."
That's all I needed.
And
Romeo
this guy's
and Juliet.
like, he's like, this always freaking happens on these night walks. I save someone's life and they fall in love with me. This happens every time. I'm 60, y'all. I have grown children.
Oh God.
He's like, I gotta stop taking these 8th graders.
8th graders.
Oh, so she is a type. 60-year-old Costa Rican man.
That is hilarious.
No shade, Julia. I understand. He saved your life. It's beautiful. Shout out to him. What I want to say is crazy is the fact that she would have died in 8th grade. Like, imagine if you had died in 8th grade. Like, what would they say about 8th grade Tony? Like,
oh my God, that little shithead Tony. Like, exactly. I think we all like shitheads in the 8th grade, right? What are you, like 13 in the 8th grade?
Yeah, you're the worst person.
You're like literally a terrorist.
Yeah.
Like,
so if you died, like everyone's like, thank God.
Yeah, they're like, oh God, like shit. I told his little hard-headed ass, like, leave shit alone. You know,
not walk.
Told his ass to stay. Exactly. Told him to stay out of shit. Nice little knucklehead ass in the grave. Maybe he learns now. Maybe. You know what I mean? You know how it is in the South.
That's what I'm saying. Like 8th grade, like you have absolutely no legacy. If I would have died, they'd been like, that. Nah, she went crazy. It was good that she did. And she was bad at math, so she wouldn't have been. Because I was so bad at math, dude. So bad. Honestly, like, thank God. But also, I'm wondering about, like, with this story is like, okay, have you ever had a near-death experience like that? Like you almost tripped and fell off a cliff?
Have I ever had a near-death experience? I don't think it's been like an accident.
Yeah. Okay. What does that mean?
I don't really do like wild shit though. You know what I mean? Like, be honest with you, I'm kind of like I kind of just got into that when I got to California.
Same,
like, but
same.
I was a true little Southern boy. I'm not getting into, like, honest with you, it ain't too much. I would like put myself like at risk too. Mm-hmm. You know, like a night walk in the 8th grade?
No.
Hell no. Not in the 8th grade, but like now I probably would do some shit like that.
Like, yeah, she survived the night walk.
She survived. I'm happy she survived.
Yeah. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Julia.
And thank God, because she's awesome. She's super, super awesome, amazing, beautiful. She's very talented too. So she went, SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design.
Oh man, it's gorgeous out there.
Yeah. So she goes there and she does interior design there.
That's dope.
I know, right?
I love Savannah.
Right?
It's dope out there.
I'm going to go there this summer. I'm so excited.
Savannah's super dope.
Yeah. So she goes to SCAD, which is like one of the best art schools in America. And like, we wouldn't know that if that man hadn't saved her life. Like, we would know that she'd be an awesome interior designer. I'm going to shout out her page too, like on Instagram. Like, so you can follow.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, but that is, so that is the end of our travel story episode today. We covered a lot. Kansas, night walks.
Shout out Kansas. Be
bathroom
safe on them
buffets.
Night walks. Don't eat nobody food, man. Don't be out here eating these people food, man.
Yeah, I'm just rude, honestly. But
you like, she's so nice. She should have whipped your ass.
I know. Honestly, I really even think about that to this day. But yeah, thank you for coming on, Tony. What you think about being on?
I love it. I'm super excited
so
for you,
fun.
man. Yeah. It's definitely been an experience.
Yeah, I definitely want
have
you
me back.
Yeah, no, I want you on another episode. We're gonna do like maybe another travel story involving New Orleans. We have some crazy.
Got some shit to tell you about New Orleans.
Now
Jack.
that's gonna be a cult member episode.
Got some shit to tell you
Because
about.
that's gonna
put the
be
kids to sleep.
Yeah, that's an inappropriate episode. So
fasten your seatbelts. Shit's gonna get wicked.
So that'll be a secret episode. But so we do every other episode besides the travel stories, we do country episodes. So that's where I land on a country and I find a good story from that country, and then I have guests on. Mm-hmm. So is there any countries that you are interested in? You don't have to know about them. You just are interested in that you want to be a guest on.
Any countries that I might be interested in? I want to try one of those African countries.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
You know, Africa's just a place I've always been interested in.
Same, yeah.
Just trying to like get back, to my true roots. So yeah.
Okay, I'll put you down for anything like African.
Anything you have African, yeah, I'm down.
I want to go to Africa really bad. I specifically want to go to Ethiopia. Every time I met Ethiopian people, they're freaking gorgeous. Their features are insane. And they have incredible food. And they're just the kindest people. And like they say that Ethiopia is beautiful.
I really want to check out the pyramids of Giza.
Oh, you want to go to Egypt?
Yeah.
Okay, I can have you down for Egypt too.
That's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Aliens, did they do it? Please don't. Yeah, thank God. Because like when people say aliens do it, it's like you're discounting the millions of slaves that built it.
That's what I'm saying. And the geniusness that went into it.
Yeah.
That's like the purest, most creative form of
Right?
like architect right there. You know what I mean? Like
That was not
it's
aliens.
flawless. You know, it can't be aliens.
And,
It makes
and
no
around
sense.
the world, there's pyramids like that all over the world where it has to do with the astrology. That was really important back then. So
Yeah.
like, don't discount it and say it's aliens.
No. That's just some YouTube.
Also, like, I feel like that's not what aliens want to do. Like, if they came down here, they'd be like, oh, let's build like a beautiful architecture. Like, they're going to just take over. I don't think that's what they would do, is build a pyramid. Yeah. But, okay, so I'll have you down for Egypt and I'll have you down for any other African countries. I'll have you down for that because I landed on Zimbabwe for next season.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I found this really good story. I'm super excited. But before we wrap up, I'm going to do some business corner. I need y'all's help writing in more travel stories. Like, we have so many episodes this season. This next season has like 20 episodes. And I love the stories y'all been writing in. They're really good. So they can just be short, sweet, doesn't matter. Just I need y'all's help writing them in. You could text me if you have my number. I'm not just going to give it out.
I was about to say.
I get like a hey,
Hell
hey
yeah.
babe. Like, you want to give me your number?
Get some damn death threats from Kansas.
No. So if you're my friend, text me your travel story. You could DM the Instagram at culturecultshow, or you could email culturecultshow@gmail.com. Another thing is, I was mentioning we started a cult membership. So for $5 a month, you get episodes early. You get secret episodes, like this New Orleans one's going to be a secret episode. The Vegas one's going to be a secret episode.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much the like inappropriate episodes are going to be secret episodes.
Loving it.
Yeah, so that's like $5 a month. You also get, after each episode of these travel stories, we're going to have post like fun question roulettes between me and the guest. And then I also shout out your business and art because I'm like all about supporting each other. So speaking of, we have a new member this week. Her name is Megan Ayland. She was the one on the ghost story, the Big Sur ghost story, but she's also a super talented graphic designer. She does band posters, web design, photo manipulation. So if you have like any graphic design needs, check her out. Her website's Megan Ayland, AILAND designs.com. Okay, there we go. That's Business Corner.
Megan.
She's also going to help me with merch. So I'm going to have special like cult member merch that's complimentary. I'm just going to send them out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. So she's going to help me out with that merch because she's a graphic designer and I'm not, if you can tell.
That's some dope shit, man.
Yeah, like she's successful too. She's killing it. So we're going to have merch. So if you want to sign up and join the cult membership, the link is in the bio of the Instagram at culturecultshow. Okay. Business corner over. Okay, but yeah, thank you for joining on with me again, Tony.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you for having me. It's been dope.
So fun. So if you're a cult member, stay tuned for the rest of the episode because me and Tony are going to play some question roulette where we're going to read out some like randomly spit on these like cringy ass questions. But until then, check out the Instagram to see which country we are featuring next, and cheers.